Hello Sagittarius and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. First I want to wish everybody a happy new year. This is your January love and relationship reading. As usual, this is a general reading, so please take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind. First we're going to jump into it with an animal spirit oracle card, which for you is the frog spirit. Clear the clutter. So this is kind of like telling you that, okay, for you it's time to look into your life from from all aspects. Some of you might need to kind of clear the space and get rid of the negative energies of your home, your office, your love life. So you need to kind of focus on that. You have a nice flow of feng shui energy happening. For some of you, need to kind of clear the clutter from your thought process, right? It's time for you to kind of get rid of all of those feelings, all of those negative thought processes that might be holding you back. So think about your life. Where do you see some kind of a clutter, and focus on getting rid of that. So in the center of your reading, you have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is a very balanced energy. When you kind of things are balanced, it's an equal give and take type of relationship. If you're single, you might be getting some kind of a relationship like that. This is kind of like one of those things when people are helping each other. People are very gracious and recognizing when they need to provide help, and it's an equal give and take type of energy. Some of you might be getting some kind of a help. Maybe if your relationship is going through some difficulties, somebody might help you, or somebody might help you to introduce you to somebody. Or because this is the Six of Pentacles is all about somebody in a powerful position is helping you. So some of you might be introduced to somebody this period of time. So there's some kind of a help here for some of you. Now help can be even like therapist as well, who can help you to kind of figure out how to have more positive thoughts, or couples therapy as well. So your reading starts with the wheel, which is number 10, and showing that there's some kind of a cycle that's ending for you. This is a card that's indicating some major change happening to you. This is the energy when the universe is co-creating with you. The universe is helping you to achieve something good. And look at that, that's the Six of Pentacles as well. That's somebody in a powerful position, because this powerful position can be the universe as well. So the wheel is all about positive change, especially if you've kind of went through some difficulties. This is the time when things are turning for the better, things are becoming positive. This is kind of like when you getting into a good relationship, or in your existing relationship, things are becoming better. Some of you might be getting married, some of you getting engaged, some of you starting a new relationship. Now the wheel is not always brings the change, a positive change, or it doesn't seem like a positive change at the beginning. Sometimes the wheel needs to remove certain things from our life that are no longer serving you, and so you kind of get whatever you deserve, whatever you meant to have. So what I mean that it's a positive change, but sometimes a relationship needs to end, for example, in order to attract the one that you deserve. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but there's some kind of a positive change that's happening, where the universe is working with you. The next card we have here is the Moon. The Moon is kind of all about fears, anxieties, uncertainty, where you need to pay attention to your instinct, your inner voice, and let that guide you. So some of you might be uncertain for this change, whatever you've been kind of going through, and you're kind of not feeling that you're stable, feels like that the earth was pulled out of your feet. But it's very important that you kind of follow your instincts, follow your downloads, and if you kind of do that, something great's gonna happen to you. Now the next we have here is the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is the card that's the card of initial successes. So some of you might have thought through, have a new strategy in terms of dating, your relationship, and you're kind of seeing that, okay, this is gonna work. So maybe you are messaging people, and there you went through some successful dates. Some of you are kind of rethinking, putting your new relationship to a new horizon of getting engaged, getting married, and you're kind of like, okay, let's plan this wedding. For some of you, you might be going on a trip this period of time to kind of have a little rest. But the Three of Wands can be also can indicate a relationship where it's kind of like the people are not in the same country, like a long distance relationship. Now, Three of Wands, if you're single, you're definitely enjoying the freedom you have, the adventures that are ahead of you, even though things might be sometimes uncertain. And the next we have here is the Ace of Wands, which is the card of a new beginning, a new chapter in your life, something that's very passionate, something that spark, that start something great. This is an amazing to have in a new relationship, because this can describe a relationship that starts with that spark, with lots of attraction, a lot of passion, and turns into something big. It can be also that, in an existing relationship, you're able to reignite that spark that has been missing. And the next we have here is the Knight of Pentacles. So Knight of Pentacles can be a person, or can be your energy. This is kind of like one of those cards that are very slow moving, but he's very reliable, very faithful, and it is an indication of a long-term stability and long stable relationship. Some of you might be getting into a long stable relationship. Some of you might be already in a long-term relationship. I can kind of see with the Three of Wands that some kind of a adventure might be turning into a long-term relationship for some of you. Now, very interesting, this is not a money, career, finance reading, but with the Knight of Pentacles and with the Six of Pentacles, some of you might be thinking about moving with each other, or buying a house, a property, because it can be that you're gonna be kind of making some kind of an offer, and that offer is gonna be accepted, and you might be asking for some kind of a loan, a mortgage as well. But let's see what's going to be the final outcome of this reading. But before that, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. That's an indication that the reading helped you, and you can also help me to grow the channel, to make sure that more people get the message, especially those who need it the most. For you, it is only costing a push of a button, so I hope that you already pushed those like and subscribe buttons. And I'm always very excited to read in the comment how this reading is resonating with your life. So the next we have here is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords can be a person, your energy. She is somebody who's very smart, very logical, and she's able to see clearly. She's very hard to be misled, because she's been around the block. She knows when things are not going well. She's a great communicator as well. She's very witty. But she's kind of protecting herself, because she's been through a lot. This can be a mature person, somebody who might be divorced, who might give you some kind of an advice, and she might be very rough around the edges, but she is there to help you. So some of you might be actually protecting yourself from this new flame, whatever might be coming in. For some of you, there might be some court decision as well. I don't know if you went through a divorce or something. But for some of you might be kind of get the enlightenment that you need. So maybe this spark's gonna kind of give you something. Okay, that's what I needed. And the next card we have here is the Eight of Swords, which is kind of telling me that you are very much in your thoughts, in your head. You're kind of overthinking things. And that's kind of putting you in a position where you don't see the way out. So this is the time for you to clear the clutter of your head. But I kind of see that, even though you might be kind of overthinking things, with the Queen of Swords energy, I think you're going to see through, and you're going to see clearly. And the last position, you have two cards, two court cards, the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, which are kind of very interesting. So they can indicate a person or your energy. You have quite a few people if you have a lot of people around you. But the King of Pentacles is somebody who's very reliable, very mature, very stable, faithful energy, and has lots of money. Knight of Wands, somebody who is very adventurous, likes the very passionate, very free-spirited. So some of you might have to choose between people, or maybe you need to kind of clear the clutter because you have like so many people around you, right? Like you have a Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords. So maybe that's what you need to kind of focus on. Very interesting that, you know, King of Pentacles is very different energy from the Knight of Wands. One is very faithful, the other is kind of like a player. And then let's see, at the bottom of the deck you have another person, the King of Wands, which is like a leadership, taking the lead. Maybe or you are kind of afraid to take the lead in something. So I hope that this reading helped you. That's all I have for you, and I hope I see you again.